श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसदि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जनवल्लभ जय गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जनवल्लभ जय गिरिवरधारी जय यशोदनन्दन जय व्रजजनरञ्जन जय यशोदनन्दन जय व्रजजनरञ्जन जय यमुनतीरावनचारी जय कुञ्ज विहारी जय यमुनतीरावनचारी जय कुञ्ज विहारी जय राधा माधव जय कुञ्ज बिहारी जय राधा माधव जय कुञ्ज बिहारी हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण। जय श्री प्रभुपाद। श्री जगन्नाथ अष्टकम की जय। श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महाराज की जय। हरे कृष्ण। कदाचित् कालिन्दे तट विपिन संगीत करावो कदाचित् कालिन्दे तट विपिन संगीत करावो मुदाभिरीणादिवदन कमलसमाग मधुपाः मुदाभिरीणादिवदन कमलसमाग मधुपाः राम शम्भु रामार पतितनिशरित करो राम शम्भु रामार पतितनिशरित करो जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयनपथगामी भवतु मे जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयनपथगामी भवतु मे भुजे सेव्यवेणुं शिरसि क्षितिपुच्छं प्रति तटे दुःखूलं नेत्रं ते सह चरकटाक्षं विधते सदा श्रीमद्वृन्दावन वसति विलापचियो सदा श्रीमद्वृन्दावन वसति विलापरिचयो जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे महाम्बोधिष्ठिरे कनक रुचिरे नीला शिखारे वसन प्रसन्दन्तः सहज बलभद्रेण बलीना सुभद्रा मध्यस्थित सकलसुरसेवा वसरतो सुभद्रा मध्यस्थित सकलसुरसेवा वसरतो जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे कृपा परवरसजल जलदर्शिनी रुचिरो कृपा परवरसजल जलदर्शिनी रुचिरो रामवाणी रामस्फुर अमलापथे गृहमुख सुरेन्द्रेरराध्यश्रुति घनशिखगीतचरितो सुरेन्द्रेरराध्यश्रुति घनशिखगीतचरितो जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे रथारूढो गच्छन् पतिमिलितमुदेव पतलयेऽलो स्तुतिप्रदुर्भावं प्रति पदमुपकर्ण्य सुसदाय दया सिन्धु द्वन्द्व सकल जगतां सिन्धु सुतया दया सिन्धु द्वन्द्व सकल जगतां सिन्धु सुतया जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे परब्रह्मपीठकुवल यतलोत्कुल नयनो निवासी नीलाद्रो निहित चरणो अनंत श्रेयासी रसानंदो स्वादासरास बपुरालंगन सुखो रसानंदो राधासरास वपुरालंगन सुखो जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे न वै अचिराचं न च कनकमणिक्यविभावम् न ये चेयं राम्यं सकलशलकाम्यं वरवरतिम् सदा काले काले प्रमथ कपिल गीता चरितो सदा काले काले प्रमथ कपिल गीता चरितो जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे हर त्वं संसारं द्रुत तरमशरं सुरपते हर त्वं पापनं वतितम् अपारं यादवपते अहो दीननाथे निहित चरणो निशीतं निद्रन् अहो दीननाथे निहित चरणो निश्चितं निद्रन् जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयनपथगामी जगन्नाथाष्टकपुण्यं यः पठित प्रथुतश्रुति सर्वपापशुद्धात्मा विष्णुलोकं स गच्छति श्रीजगन्नाथाष्टकम् श्रीजगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा मैया की जय। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. And with the Nam to the evening. Over to Krishna.
Hare Krishna. We'll do the Mangalacharan. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितां त्वं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुनिरतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरम् हरे कृष्णा. Over to Sanjeev Prabhu today for the recap.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. And am I audible? Hare Krishna, am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes,
Okay,
Prabhu.
great. So very wonderful kirtan by you, Santa Mataji, as always. And yeah, let's do a recap on the past session. And I will just share the screen so we can go through. Okay, so last week, His Charu Prabhu, he completed lesson 14 for us. The Adhikarna in that session was Adhikarna 4, which stated the person in the eye is the Supreme Personality of God. Okay. So we'll do a quick recap here. Right, so Adhikarna Sutra, we covered, it is 1.2, 13 to 17. Person in the eye, Supreme Personality of God. So first, the Vishaya is mentioned here. There are the points here. Now, from here, the key point, can somebody tell me what is Avaroha Panta mean and how does it apply here? Hare Krishna.
Aparo, Hare Krishna
Yes,
Prabhuji,
yes.
Dandavat Pranam.
Namaskar.
Aparo means coming downstairs. That
Correct.
means Aroha means going upstairs. It comes from our parampara, that is from Krishna himself, and through different gurus and shastras, it comes to us. That is Avaroha Pantha,
Right.
the knowledge.
Thank you, Madam. So knowledge from the higher source. And why do we take that? Because the human knowledge understanding is flawed and limited, and that is explained by the analogy here and in the next slide as well. And the core idea here being covered, it's a sutra, very complex to understand by our own self, and hence this Vishaya, we should take the framework which is given, Vishaya, Samshaya, Purvapaksha, Siddhanta, as taught to us by our gurus. Right? So now the next section is Samshaya, the doubt that is arising. So before we go into the question, the question on this framework, just to reinstate, all of you have been studying this. So why is the existence of this multiple possible interpretation considered beneficial rather than a weakness? That's explained here as well. So we can express this just through a single, but then there are so many different examples that are given as well, right? Any idea why that could be? Yes.
It clears the misunderstanding completely, and hence this spiritual like uh,
Yes, ma'am.
so
Yeah.
it absolutely clears that it is Brahman. It cannot be a reflection. It cannot be a demigod. So it removes all the possible possibilities.
Correct. Correct. So and all yeah, that's, I mean, you're straight on the point. It clears the discussion, and specifically in this case, because there are so many interconnected or different, what do you call, esoteric. There are esoteric discussions. So that's how it will help, asking through the question and answers, and also having a varied mechanism to serve that. And again, back here, the key sutra here is person in the eye is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Prabhuji explained nicely last time, and now we'll go through that also. Right. Then slide.
Overall, it
Yes.
gives a better clarity on the spiritual conversations, Prabhu.
Correct.
So that we get more faith. Yeah, ultimately, that is the ultimate.
Okay. Yes. Yes. Okay. So now here's the Samshaya, again continuing with the now it's a Purva Paksha. So Purva Paksha is a strong opposing or reflecting alternative viewpoints, and they should be strong enough, as Prabhuji explained last time, because we have to get the concept clear, right? So the analysis that is being done here is the person in the eye demigod or Jivatman, right? So why is that? How is that analyzed here, and how is that refuted? For example, the demigod, which demigod is considered?
Sun God.
Yeah, and how is it?
So they say
concluded?
if it could be the rays of the sun that is entering the eye. It's that reflection. It could be there. So it could represent it could be the sun god, not necessarily the Brahman, not necessarily the Supreme Personality.
Correct. So there is thanks, and the
what
other is
really,
yes.
excuse me. So what really, because normally when it's dark, we cannot see anything, right? So
Yes.
we need a source of light, and light actually ultimately coming from the sun god. So this opposing personality, he thinks it must be a sun god. That's what their reasoning is there. Now we'll see the real truth about it.
Correct. Yes. And then Jivatman could be the other proposal here, because it diminishes the understanding of person as ultimate duals. So that's also is coming through. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Okay, and there are references from the Brahad Aranakya Upanishad. That's the highlight there. Okay. So this slide is now the Siddhanta or the supporting scriptures. So referring to Brahmanda Puran, what does it refer? What is the quote from Madhvacharya, which is mentioned here as well, from Brahmanda Puran, which clarifies this concept? Okay, it's right there. All right.
Absolutely. May I say, Prabhuji? I was
Yes, yes,
waiting
yes.
for others. Okay. So the quote is saying that one should have complete faith in transcendental literature, that is Srimad Bhagavatam, and other literatures that are glorifying Lord Krishna. And Vaishnava Tantras and the original Vedas, Mahabharatas, which includes Bhagavad Gita. So we should have faith in that.
Right.
Yeah.
And
And
how
also
does, yes,
parampara. Okay, we need to see whether that is in parampara or not as well, Prabhuji. Yeah, that is
correct.
also very important.
And then going to the main key verse here, like how does it help us clarify the point here, the sutra being discussed? The key point, like how does it help us conclude that Lord Narayan is the
The
person
scriptures are
speaker?
coming from the breathing of Lord Vishnu. Hence, they cannot be challenged. And therefore, Lord Narayana should be understood as the original speaker of the Vedas. So that removes all the possibility of doubt.
Correct. Okay, and then one last question on this one slide, which is we started the session with the part that the human understanding is flawed, right? Whereas the understanding of the Lord, which is recorded in Shruti and Smriti, is superior, right? Any thoughts, like maybe not looking into slide, but your personal thoughts as well? Why is that so? Like, why do we consider whatever coming from Lord Krishna or Narayan or Vasudeva is flawless, whereas our understanding is flawed?
Because he is
Because we are under the
pollution.
condition.
We are
Yes.
under the illusion. We have
Illusion.
4 defects.
Correct. Yes, yeah. Thank you. Okay. And then now continuing with this, there is a supporting sutra which is mentioned and taught to us in this class, which is Antara Upapate, right? So can someone read the translation for this? Antara Upapate, and then we'll
Antara
discuss.
Upade is that is okay, the person within, okay, the eye of Supreme Person of the Godhead, because that conclusion is dictated by a reason.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is a true
Now,
meaning.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what is the meaning of word Upapate, and how does it help us strengthen the conclusion that person in I is Supreme Personality of Godhead?
Upapate means because of the reason. And it strengthens our conclusion by telling that there are so many reasons that God is immortal, God is great, He has the unique qualities, and He is the reservoir of opulences. And it fits logically to all shastras and scriptures. So it is established that the person within the eye is Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Very perfect.
I will add
documentation.
one word,
Yes,
Prabhuji.
yes,
This is
Prashant.
this is the this is the answer to critics. They said that you Vaishnavas are just have a blind faith. So this refutes that no, it's not just blind faith. because all the Vaishnava scriptures and everything, they are based on logic and perfect
Exactly.
understanding, reasoning behind that goes through that, you know.
Yes, I was able to say that logical reasoning is there in the Shastras. That is the key thing. Thank you, bro.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you
मतलब
very
जिसको
much.
प्रभु जी शास्त्र पे फेथ नहीं है उनके लिए सब बेकार है सब, क्योंकि जो फेथ नहीं है तो प्रॉब्लम है. So we must have faith in Guru, Sadhu and Shastra. Otherwise, everything is blind.
See, very second sutra, remember we studied Shastra Yonivar, you know. So
Yes, Prabhu.
it's like Shastra is like a mother, you know, from a
Mm.
womb we came, right? So Shastra is giving us the knowledge, and Shastra it's themselves, they came from the breathing process of Lord Vishnu, Lord Narayana, and it was delivered to Lord Brahma first time in Chatushlaki Bhagavatam verses.
Thank you,
Go
Prabhu.
ahead.
Yeah, and Raksha Mataji, your point leads me to the next question. Now, here's it. This section.
Prabhuji, can you speak a little louder?
Oh, sorry, Prabhu. Is it better now?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Raksha Mataji, you let me into the next question now. One of the themes here is role of a guru, right? So now my question to you all, which you can answer from your or looking at the slide, is why is guidance from guru or spiritual master necessary even when the shastra is available? Do we really need a guru? If yes, then why?
Shastras are like very vast, and the correct understand it can be ambiguous at some point. So the to get understand it correctly, Guru plays a very important role. The because then it comes direct from the parampara, directly from Lord Krishna. So the clarification comes from the Guru. The doubts are removed by the Guru. So hence he plays an important role.
Yes,
और
many
कई बार
times.
कई बार शास्त्रों में अलग अलग पॉइंट्स दिए होते हैं, अलग अलग
Correct.
तरह से
Yes.
बताया होता है, तो
That's
इट इज नेसेसरी फॉर द गाइडेंस ऑफ द गुरु कि विच इज करेक्ट विच इज नॉट करेक्ट.
yes, absolutely.
One more point प्रभु जी, कि जो गुरु होते हैं वो भी भगवान के परम भक्त होते हैं और रियलाइज सोल होते हैं. उन्होंने ये जो नॉलेज वो हमें जो नॉलेज देते हैं वो रियलाइज नॉलेज देते हैं, क्योंकि उनको भी भगवान के भक्त होते हैं इसलिए, और हमें गाइड करते हैं इसलिए.
Many
Thank
of
you,
the
Madhu.
statements in Shastra, sometimes they are contradictory. But actually, they are context driven, you know. So you have to understand. So Guru and Sadhu, senior devotees, they help us understand the context in which statements are made in Shastra.
Correct. Correct. So that's what, thank you, Prabhu. That's what you mentioned here, why we need the guidance and what is the role of a guru. And then there is a conclusion for this sutra for these themes. Now let's continue. The next sutra we have is lesson 14, 1 to 14, which is, can somebody read? Sthana Adi Vyapadeshaka. Can someone read the meanings here? And then we quickly go into the question. Who has not spoken yet? Maybe.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, I read.
Yes, yes. Yes,
Ana, the
Madhavi.
place. Adi, beginning. Adi, beginning, beginning with. Vyapad, this is because of the statement. Cha, also. And also because of teaching. In the scripture that the Supreme Personality of Godhead is present in this place and in other places as well.
Okay, very good. Now the question for you, if the Supreme is present everywhere, okay, then why does scripture specifically mention the I? Why it is talking only about the I here?
Prabhuji, yes, you asked the question that I was locating, but I was not getting the answer. Please. मुझे तो नहीं पता इसका.
Okay.
ये हमारी आंख सब देख सकती है, और दूसरे जो सेंसेस है वो टीम वर्क की तरह है। जो आंख है वो ही महत्व है, क्योंकि विदाउट आईज वी कैन नॉट फील एनीथिंग। हमारी जो सेंसेस है वो भी काम नहीं कर पाएंगे। आंख इज मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट।
See, all the
अच्छा,
5
अच्छे से
Gyanendriyas are actually
काफी
involved in that, getting the
Yes.
right kind of information from our environment. But the eye is the principal senses. Okay, so and whatever and all the senses, we have that, but we cannot use it unless the Lord allows us to see that. So He
Yes.
is the ultimate controller, all the senses. Even though He appointed demigods to look after, but the ultimate authority comes from Him.
my name and all. Yes,
आपने
thank you,
बहुत
Prabhu.
अच्छे से
This,
किया था,
yeah,
लेकिन हाँ यस भाई जी, बहुत अच्छे
correct.
से क्लियर भी किया था, बट नहीं हो पाया।
हाँ बोलो
प्रभु जी,
राजकुमारी जी,
और
बोलो।
वन मोर
हाँ,
पॉइंट
बस
प्रभु जी।
आपने बहुत अच्छे से बताया था, आई नो कर, लेकिन मुझे एकदम पता नहीं, उस टाइम मुझे लग रहा था मुझे आ गया समझ, लेकिन आज मैं पढ़ रही थी तो मुझे लगा कि आइस को ही क्यों
Yeah,
स्पेसिफिकली लिया।
because it's a chief, most important sense, you know. So
ओके,
eyes is basically discussed, you know, because through eyes, and remember it says that the Lord is in their eyes. What it means actually, if Lord is able to see, then we can see, you know.
ओके,
He allows us to see that. If
ओके,
if without His sanctioning authority, we cannot even see it.
या
Even the
Prabhuji,
light and
दूसरा
everything is there, all favorable conditions are there, still we are unable to see.
yes,
Prabhuji,
ओके,
could it be that eyes know the difference between darkness and light, and knowledge is light, ignorance
But
is
that gives
darkness?
the impression that we have the control, right? If we can show the light, you know, we can turn on our light and everything. But if the Lord who is sitting within us as the Paramatman, He allows us to do that, you know.
Yeah. Ultimately, he only gives the vision in the eye, no? So
Exactly.
his
So that's why
his
it
presence.
is said that as if He is in the eye, you know.
Okay.
But He is transmitting His control. He is situated in the heart, Paramatman.
यस,
But just like soul is in the heart, but the consciousness is throughout the body, right?
यस
But
भैया,
even that, the soul is there. Paramatman is the one who allows the soul to see all these things, you know. See, hear, touch, all these senses. But the eye is mentioned in this here, that there is the principal organ, sees.
यस यस
The
भैया,
main, most important sense.
Like a blind man also has an eye, but he is not able to see because the Paramatma, the Supreme Lord, he is not allowing. Please remember, this is a very, very important sutra because this connects the other sutras which we will be studying today also, 18 to 20. This sutra connects with the others. Like what you see, it is written in this place and in other places as well. Antaryami will come today. That is connected with this.
Antaryami is the super soul, Paramatman.
Yes.
Continue,
Okay.
Prabhuji.
Yes, so I think I'm over time, but Mataji, I will just ask one more question and hand over to you. And then, if time permits, we can recap the remaining section also. The reason for this question, this is again very important. A lot of it came in the discussion. So, now, why is love for Godhead described as I, through which God can be seen? Right? So, we discuss about why I. Now, why love of the Godhead is the I, or eye of love? Or why is the love described as the eye through which you can see the God?
अभी बताया चारू भैया जी ने कि आई इज द मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट ऑर्गन, दैट्स व्हाई we take this and it reflects.
Maybe I
Yeah,
should like,
before.
why is bhakti the I? Maybe I can
Yeah,
give example. Why not
because
jnana? Why not? Yeah, yes, Mother.
yeah, Sharad Prabhuji said that if God does not permit, we won't be able to see. Similarly, we won't be able to approach Him if His grace is not there. And to earn His grace, we have to do bhakti. So that He, reciprocates with us. He comes in front of us. He talks to us. So bhakti plays a very important role to connect with Him.
Yes. Bhakti is that I
It
through
is a
which we can see
Pancham
the Lord.
Purusharth
Yes.
also. Pancham Purusharth.
Yeah. And then jnana and the other yoga and other marga, they are not, because they cannot clear this cloud and make us that sun or the Lord visible. That is why bhakti is that eye through which we can see the Lord.
Bhakti
Now,
is beyond Jnana and Vairagya and
correct,
everything.
correct. So I think I will stop here in interest of time. And sorry, there was very interesting discussion. I did not want to stop, so it all went through. The second section I will cover again if, we have time, Mataji. So over to you, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Thank you all.
So, wonderful recap.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Dhanvat pranam.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Wonderful recap.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Wonderful recap.
Hare Krishna. Welcome everyone. Thank you, Sanjeev Prabhu. Wonderful recap. So today we will continue with our discussions on the Govinda Bhashya. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Niti Dhamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Figuring out how to. Hare Krishna. So today we will do lesson number 15, and lesson number 15 is pointing to which Adhikarna and which Sutra. So we are all doing chapter 1, we know that, Adhyaya 1. Then we are doing Sutras. Today, lesson number 15, we are doing Sutras from 18 to 20 of the second Pada. We all know Pada means each chapter is divided into 4. Each Adhyaya is divided into 4 Padas and 4 quarters, and 1 quarter is denoted by 1, 2, 3 and 4. So we are in the second Pada of the first Adhyaya, and we are going to do the Sutras 18 to 20. Now, this Adhikarna means the topic which will be discussed or which the Sutras come under. So this Adhikarna or the topic is what? What is today's topic? Today's topic is, you see below in this chart, Adhikarna 5. The internal ruler is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is what we have to prove. Like even in in chemistry, physics and all those subjects matters, we always have a theorem and then we have the postulate. So first a theorem or a theory is proposed, and after that everyone will give, like all the other scientists, they will give their proofs. So once everything is proved, and finally a postulate comes. So postulate means something which is proven. So here also it is taken, I think, from our Shastras only, like this Bhashya, this Govinda Bhashya over here is the Vedanta Sutras. So in Vedanta Sutras also we have Sutras, and then we have something called as Samshaya, Vishaya, Samshaya, and then after that we have the Purva Pakshi talking about, and then finally we have the conclusion. So this is proved, and that is finally proved. So what are we going to finally prove? We are going to finally prove that the internal ruler is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Till now we were seeing who is this person who has come within the cave of the heart, that is that is coming along with the soul, who is that person? So we have discussed all this, and who is the person in the eye? Who is the person who eats? So like this. So now we are coming to this conclusion that the internal ruler, that means who takes charge of the kshetra, the internal ruler is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We are going to see in the Adhikarna 7 also about Vaishvanara, about how the Lord is the one who digests our food. Then we saw how the Lord is the one who is the person in the eye. So like this, he is taking charge of everything. He is taking charge of all our activities within our body. Or as Arjuna says, it is Arjuna asks Krishna, and Krishna will explain about Kshetra and Kshetrajna in the Bhagavad Gita. Like that, the internal ruler. So who is the Kshetrajna? Kshetrajna of the body is the Jiva soul. Okay, now no problem. But then who is the actual ruler? Do we know how our food is digested? We only know how it tastes, and it goes down our esophagus. That's it. After that, do we know what happens to it until it comes out? We don't know. We don't know what's going on in ours. Then we don't know how the blood is flowing. We have to go to the doctor to find out whether our heart is working properly or not. The doctor will put in some things, and he will find out whether it's working or not. Like that. We don't know what's happening inside. So who knows? Who is the one who is ruling this internal organs? And that is the Supreme Lord. So today we are going to see this particular thing in detail, this sutra. So here, the first as it comes out is the Vishaya, or the thesis, or the statement. So what is the statement? The statement is put on the floor, and after that Samshayas, doubts, and then there will be debates by the Purvapakshi, and then finally there will be a conclusion. So what is the thesis which is put out? What is the statement it is put out? That's we are going to see first. So before even we come to the verse, because there is the sutra. So before even we come to the sutra, what is the actual sutra? We are going to see what is the thesis, or what the sutra is going to talk about. So let's see. First thing it talks about is the material creation. So where did this material creation come from? Then it points out to Pradhana. So Pradhana is the eternal, unmanifested essence of the three modes of material nature, which manifests as Prakriti. The Srimad Bhagavatam, it is given in the 3rd canto, 26th chapter. Okay, text number 10. Now, what does it say? It says that Pradhana, like you have heard that spiritual world is beyond this material world, right? So we saw the spiritual world. Then when the spiritual world was there, at one point of time there was a cloud in one corner of the spiritual world, and this cloud, as you know, is called a Pradhana. So now this Pradhana, which is the cloud which is there in the corner, so this Pradhana is unmanifested. So nothing is happening to that Pradhana. Pradhana is just like a cloud, it's there in the corner. Okay, so but it is containing something. What is that containing? It's containing the three modes of material nature. And it's waiting for the glance of the Supreme Lord. The Supreme Lord is going to, at one point of time, glance. So it's waiting for that. So now we talk about the second point. We'll come to this again. We talk about the second point. Second point is, I'm sorry, screen is going. Something just happened. I don't know what. So we'll see the second point. Second point is, it is this material creation we are talking about is distinct from Brahman. Okay, so this is the second point. This is the second Vishaya. What is that? The impersonalists or the Mayavadis, what do they claim? They claim that the Pradhana and the Brahman are the same. For them, why do you say this? Why do we say this? Do we know that the impersonalists, they have only one theme? What is their theme? That Eko Brahma Ditya Nasti. There is nothing. There is only one Brahman. There is no Jiva. There is no Maya. There is no everything. All this are all temporary. They are all just existing until and unless the jiva understands or and comes back to Brahman, and then becomes one with the Brahman, and that is Brahman. So there is only one Brahman. If they say there is pradhana, that is which is unmanifested, which is eternal, then there are two things. Then it will become Dvaita. So they are not Dvaitas, they are Advaitin. So because they are Advaitins, they claim that Pradhana and Brahman are the same. Okay, they are the same, they are not different. And viewing Pradhana as all pervading in reality. So they are saying that Pradhana is the one which is all pervading, not the Brahman. However, Brahman is free from material modes, avyakta. So Brahman is avyakta. Brahman cannot be seen, cannot be heard, cannot be experienced. While Pradhana consists of the three modes. So now Pradhana is consisting of the three modes. The Lord is not consisting of the three modes, right? Brahman, we all know. Okay. So, but they are the same. Therefore, this distinction prompts an inquiry into what activates Pradhana for material creations. Then how is it that this cloud, which is not doing anything, which is in one corner of the spiritual world, how does it activate? What happens to it? Okay, leading to the examination of the three roles of the three Vishnu forms. So now it comes to, okay, who is the one who is starting this whole thing off? Then it comes to, yes, this is one of the Vishnus. So one of the Vishnus, that means there are many more Vishnus. So actually speaking, if you go to, we have learnt in the Paramatma Sandarbha that Paramatma is the Lord, the Paramatmatvam of the Lord, 100% of the Paramatmatvam of the Lord comes down to this material world, to this world over here, and Karanadakshayi Vishnu lies in the Karana ocean. This Karana ocean is also the Lord's creation only, and the Lord is lying in his own created Karana ocean. So when the Lord is lying in this Karana ocean, he glances at this cloud. We are talking about this Pradhana. Okay, and this Pradhana the Lord glances over, and at that moment everything starts. The three material modes are agitated and everything is started. And then the whole cloud is starting and it transforms, and then everything comes alive, and that is when Prakriti, the Pradhana is then called as Prakriti, because everything is starting, the whole creation is beginning. So the three Vishnus. So now what are the other two Vishnus? So we said the Paramatmatvam of the Lord, of Lord Krishna, the Paramatmatvam has come down and into three forms. The first form is, we saw Mahavishnu, or the Garbhodakashayi Vishnu, Karanadakshayi Vishnu is lying on the Karana ocean, glancing towards the Pradhana, and the Prakriti is now agitated and she has appeared. Now, from the body of the Mahavishnu, millions of universes are created and they are coming out, and this Prakriti is going within, she is being impregnated by all the jivas. Jivas means those who have not attained liberation. We saw in the previous shloka, sutras, that not even sutras, in the Srimad Bhagavatam rather, which Mataji was giving the class the other day, she was saying that there are so many kinds of annihilations. There are 4 types of annihilation, right? Then the final annihilation is when the soul, jiva soul, attains liberation. So that particular thing happens, then the jiva soul goes back to the spiritual world. And before that annihilation happens, the final annihilation, Atyantika annihilation, before that Atyantika annihilation, what are the other annihilations are happening? Those annihilations happen at the day of Brahma, at the life of Brahma, and those annihilations which happens, those are all happening when the jiva soul goes back to where? It goes back to the Karanadakshayi Vishnu, the Vishnu who is lying down in his body. So now, when the Prakriti is agitated and a new creation is going to form, all these jiva souls which are still not liberated, still in the body of Mahavishnu, they are released into the Prakriti. So the Prakriti now takes charge as where these jiva souls have to go. She gives them the body. and she tells them, okay, this is all, the playground is made for you, okay, so now you go and play in this cosmic manifestation which is happening in this prakriti, this universe. So each universe she will put all the jivas, you go to this universe, you go to that universe, so all is, the jiva souls are given their positions. Of course, the engineer of this whole universe is Brahmaji only. He only is engineering, he only is creating, he is only doing the secondary creation, but the jiva souls are getting their particular positions given by prakriti, by Mahamaya. Okay. Yes. So then what happens after this also, the Lord doesn't leave us and go away. The Lord doesn't abandon us. So after this, after giving the jiva souls this particular universe, the Lord then again expands and enters each of these universes. There are so many universes, millions, like mustard seeds in the bag of mustard seeds. Then he enters, and he enters in each of the universes, and he feels that earlier the universe is empty, right? The jiva souls don't have a place to go, and the whole universe is empty. So in that empty shell, what does the Lord do? He comes as Garbhodakshay Vishnu. He fills half of the universe with his Garbha ocean, and then he lies down on that as a Garbhodakshay Vishnu. And then he now, from his body, then comes the Virata Purusha. The Virata Purusha is like a form, like you can say a material form of the Lord. So where the form comes, and then the placements of all the different universal material, what we call worlds, that is different, we say 14 worlds, right? 14 material planetary systems, they are given their positions by the Virata Purusha. So that happens. Then Garbhodakshay Vishnu again doesn't abandon us there. He again manifests or expands as Kshirodakshay Vishnu. Kshirodakshay Vishnu, there is another Vaikuntha within this, every universe there is one Vaikuntha. That Vaikuntha is called Shvetadvipa. It is in one corner of that universe, and in that there is a milk ocean, Kshirodaka. And in the Kshirodaka, Kshirodakshay Vishnu is lying. What does Kshirodakshay Vishnu do? He has many various his varieties of, he has roles. Okay, one role is, as we call, Antaryami. That is what today we are learning. So what does this Antaryami do? He enters into each and every atom, everything, every jiva, everything he enters. And today we are going to learn, he is the internal ruler. So he is the internal ruler. So this Vishnu, although he also has other roles, like the different incarnations which come out according to the yuga, according to the guna, or so many innumerable incarnations coming out, that we also learned in the Srimad Bhagavatam. So that also is his role, Kshirodakshay Vishnu. Plus he is also there to bless the demigods and Brahmaji. When something unforeseen happens in this universe, he is also there to help, guide, and he is blessing. Okay. So all these three Vishnus are responsible for creation, that is mentioned in the Satvata Tantra. So we now learned what it is. Now we go to the fourth point, where it's karma and liberation. So recognizing that all belongs to Lord Krishna promotes liberation through karma yoga, which alleviates the burden of actions. So this is given in the Bhagavad Gita, okay, chapter 3 in karma yoga. So we say that the Lord is giving us all the chances to come out of the cycle of birth and death. Okay, so we have to use that. We have to first do, if you say the first part where Krishna is talking about karma yoga is nishkama karma yoga. So when we do nishkama karma yoga, we are promoted to liberation. So now this is the thesis which is put forward. These are the things. Now what are the samshaya? So now we are talking about this whole thing comes from where? It comes from Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. So this Brihadaranyaka Upanishad is describing the Lord, the Supreme Lord, as immortal. So it is telling it is Amrita. So there are the different points which are debatable. Then you say, okay, we saw Krishna as Amrita. He is a ruler within natural elements. What are the natural elements? Earth, water, fire, ether, okay? And which raises questions about whether the ruler is Pradhana. Why? Because Pradhana is also, we say, is eternal, right? In the first line, Pradhana is eternal, right? Okay. So if you say that person, because the sutra is like that person who is entered this cave or this body or this material universe is eternal, like that. So it will give the description, the sutra will give the description of that particular personality who is now being described. Okay. So now it is telling it's immortal. So isn't Pradhana immortal? Isn't Pradhana eternal? Okay, then could it be Pradhana? So that is a samshaya. Who is that person who is ruling this body? Who is that person who is the internal ruler of everything? Could it be Pradhana? Could it be the Jiva? The Jivatma is also entering, right? So it is also eternal. Do we all agree? Yes, Jivatma is eternal. Body may be not eternal. Jivatma is eternal. Yes. So could it be Jivatma? Or could it be Paramatma? Or could it be a Supreme Lord? So now, a systematic approach using cross-textual analysis or samvada is required. Okay, and coherence with Upanishadic teachings. Now, Upanishad also teaches not only Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, but there are other Upanishads also which they teach, and that teachings also help us clarify this ambiguity. So now we go to the next slide. So the third point is Purva Paksha antithesis. Now Purva Paksha will also come and debate. Okay, now I say no, Pradhana only is the ruler. So some argue that Pradhana governs the material elements and is the eternal self, the Atman, right? Because we saw Pradhana is eternal. Then they are saying that Pradhana is the one is doing everything, right? So if you just take away the portion where they don't see the Karanodakshaya Vishnu, they don't see the Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, they only see the Pradhana. Oh, like how the scientists say the big blast. Okay, there was a big bang theory. The big bang happened and then all the material elements all arranged. It's like saying, Prabhupada used to say, it's like saying that I put all the cement and everything, bricks and all that in one corner, and then I suddenly make one big blast, and then suddenly there is a skyscraper building. So it is so very unimaginable. But that's what the scientists believe, that once there was a big bang and all the material elements came together, and suddenly there was life, and suddenly there was planets all formed very systematically, neatly. The planets are formed, going around in proper orbits. Everything happened just because of a big bang. Is it possible to even imagine such a thing? Okay, anyway, but that's what they think. So that's one thing. Purva Paksha is saying that they argue that Pradhana could be the one, because we see what we see, we don't see, we don't believe. So that is one theory also. And what we see, we believe. What we don't see, we don't believe. So they say that Pradhana is the one which governs the material elements, right or wrong? Yes, right. It is the one who is governing, but that is the secondary part. Who is the actual one who started off the Pradhana, who gave it the role? But that is not seen. They only see what they can see, that only they can see this Pradhana is governing this material elements, and it is also eternal. Yeah. So Purva Pakshi is saying that Pradhana is the ruler. Then they also call the yogi. Who is this yogi? Yogi is the Jivatma. Yogi is the Jivatma. Yogi is the Jivatma means, oh my God. Yogi is a Jivatma, as a ruler means. The other suggests that the powerful Jivatma or the yogi controls the inner elements. It controls the inner elements, fitting the definitions of Atma and Amrita. So, Jiva, we know, Jiva is the Amrita. He is eternal. That we know. And also we know that he is the one inside the body. and he is controlling certain elements like hands, legs, and whatever nose, and whatever we want to do, we do. Certain degrees we are controlling our body, right? So it is fitting the definitions of two things. One is Atman, that is, he has entered this kshetra, and it is immortal, that is Amrita. So these two things only definitions it is proving. So Purvapakshi is saying it could be either Pradhana or the Jiva. Then final comes the Vedic conclusion. Now the postulates or the Siddhanta. What is that? Arguments establish that the internal ruler is none other than the Supreme Lord. He is not Pradhana. He is not Jivatma. Thus this conclusion follows from the preceding analysis. So let's see. Let's see how they come to this conclusion. Now the conclusion we saw, what was the thing put forth, theory. Then after that we saw what was the doubt it came. Then we saw how the Purvapakshi handled it. And then finally we saw what is the final result. But we will see how this final result came about. That is interesting. So now we are going to see how the Antaryami is the internal ruler by the help of the Vedanta Sutra. So what is that Sutra now? The Sutra says, Antaryami adhidaivadishu tad dharma vyapadeshat. We have learned this vyapadeshat so many times. So let us see one by word. Antaryami, the ruler within. Adhidaiva, the elements. Adishu, the beginning with. Tat, of him. Dharma, the nature. Vyapadeshat, because of the description. Description means because of the smritis, shrutis, whatever description is given in the shrutis and smritis. The ruler who resides within the elements, earth, water, fire, ether, everything, is the Supreme Lord, because Supreme Personality of Godhead, because his qualities are described where Vyapadeshat in this passage, or they are described in the Smritis or Shrutis. Second point, this sutra identifies the Supreme Personality of Godhead as Antaryami or inner ruler. This sutra is telling who is that Antaryami? Supreme Lord, stressing his direct governance of the universe from within. So is the Lord governing the universe from without? Yes, as the Karanodakshai Vishnu is governing, as the Garbhodakshai Vishnu is governing from without, and from within is governing as Kshirodakshai Vishnu. Okay, so Brihad Aranyaka Upanishad, what is it saying? The text, this text which you saw, Antaryami Adidevishu, this text describes the Supreme Personality of Godhead as unknowable and all pervading, okay, and attributes supreme control over the material elements to him. Material elements. So what is the text is describing the Lord, and is saying that although the Lord is unknowable, that means everybody cannot see the Lord. I cannot see the Lord. If I have a desire to see the Lord or understand the Lord or know the Lord, what should I do? I should purify myself. I should go the path of bhakti. I should do so many things. Otherwise, no. That's for he is unknowable. And he is all pervading. Yes, he is all pervading. And attributes supreme control over the material elements to him. So this Brihadaranyaka Upanishad is telling that all the control of everything, the universes, the elements, the personalities, whoever is within the universe, everything is controlled by one person, and that is the Supreme Lord. The qualities highlighted in the Upanishad align with Antaryami. So now the Upanishad is going to tell one by one the qualities of the Antaryami, and then they align with him, affirming that this inner ruler is the Supreme Lord rather than a mere abstract principle. So definitely we cannot call it abstract. Definitely there is no abstract ruler like the scientists believe. There is an abstract ruler. Or the Purvapakshi, he also, who is a Advaitin, they saw their abstract principle. They don't believe that the Brahman is the one. Brahman is only the one doing all these things. For them, Brahman is abstract. Brahman cannot be having a form, or Brahman cannot be acting in any way. Right? So, therefore, for them, no. But this Upanishad, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, is saying that Antaryami has got all these aspects of a personality. He has got the four armed form, beautiful form. He is residing in the core of the heart and he is ruling from within. Okay. What is the significance? Significance of this sutra invites the contemplation of the Supreme Lord as both a distant truth. So, this Supreme Lord, he is also the absolute truth and an immediate governing force. And he is somewhere there, but he is also here. Immediate governing force. Immediately he is governing each and everything is happening. Why? Because Upadrishta Hanumanta, he is within the heart. He has entered along with the Jiva. He has also entered. And immediately he is watching every desire, every whatever activity, karma the Jiva is doing, is witnessing, he is also sanctioning. And he is also keeping a track. Like the AI is keeping track of what we are talking now. All the notes are being taken, right? Sanjeev Prabhu is doing that. So, like that, the Lord is also seated within our heart and is taking down notes. What are you thinking? What do you want? What is your desire? What activity have you done based on your desire? All note taking is done. So it deepens understanding of the philosophy and devotion. So if because of this, there is a kind of interaction between Jiva and Paramatma, Jivatma and Paramatma, there is interaction and there is some kind of devotion. So the Lord is not something which is abstract, which is not doing anything, but the Lord is so near and dear to me that He is concerned and He is caring for everything that I do and everything that I think. And then you can imagine there should be devotion to this, such a Lord, such a loving Lord. We should have devotion, showing that the divine presence is personal and guides the universe. So now we know that the Dvaita philosophy says that there is a Lord, He is personal, He is guiding the universe, He is doing all these things. So this Antaryami is not just a abstract something principle, right? So we'll take a break here for a short while. Anybody has any questions? Am I coherent? Everybody can understand what is happening here?
Yes, yes, Mataji, very
Yes, Prabhupada. Yes, Mataji, very perfectly.
Very.
well. Just a point, Mataji, like you talked about Big Bang. Okay. If the Krishna is doing a Big Bang, okay, it can form this kind of wonderful form.
Krishna is doing Big Bang. Krishna will not do just a Big Bang. He will do. He is so intricate. You won't believe to what degree Krishna goes to make this whole universe very perfect. And then he hands it over to the secondary creation. First creation, primary creation is done by the Lord. So how can he just do Big Bang?
Yeah.
He won't do Big Bang. It is done only by in the minds of the scientists because they don't have the capacity to understand.
यस माताजी, वो कह सकते हैं कि उनके जो भी संकल्प है सिर्फ संकल्प करते हैं. एवरीथिंग इज डिजाइन इन पर्टिकुलर सिस्टमेटिक वे. उनकी जो शक्तियां हैं वो उस तरह से कार्य कर लेती है सब.
Yes. Parasya Shakti Vividhaiva Shruyate. So Krishna is doing all kinds of things with his energy. So
And one thing we have to remember, the Lord's universe is perfect in all respects. Whatever is required for the jivas, He has provided them. Like food, there is enough food, enough oxygen, enough water. Like you speak of a thing, it is there. But still, because of ourselves, because of the people becoming very selfish, some people are deprived of those things. Otherwise,
mismanagement. Prabhupada says mismanagement.
yes, because the Lord's universe is totally perfect in all respects. And we are the ones who are not imperfect. and think that the Lord is like us only, which is not true.
माता जी एक एग्जाम्पल लेना है। अभी एक सीजन है, वो फ्रूट खारेक बोलते हैं, आपको मालूम है खारेक? आई डोंट नो, डेट्स, ड्राई डेट्स।
ड्राई डेट्स।
यस, वैसे ग्रीन, मतलब अभी आती है, बहुत आती है मार्केट में, वो रेड कलर की, येलो कलर की। इतनी स्वीट होती है, इतनी स्वीट होती है। तो मुझे तभी ऐसा लगा कि भगवान की कितनी कृपा, की कितना स्वीट है। तो ऐसी स्वीटनेस हमारे में आ जाए तो कितनी अच्छी बात है। हमेशा मैं सबको ये बोलती हूँ, घर में બધા सब बोलते हैं बहुत अच्छी, ऐसी स्वीटनेस हम सब में आ जाए तो कितनी अच्छी बात है।
Very nice. So we have to see, like Raksha Mataji, we have to see Krishna in every aspect of our life. Thank
But
you,
at
Mataji.
the same time, we also, the jivas, they are also perfect. But what has happened over a period of time, because identifying themselves with the world, with the body, and thinking that we are the creators, we are doing and we are responsible, all these things, they have spoiled the whole thing. That's why we are not able to understand things as given in the Shastras.
Yes. Thank you, Prabhu. Charu Prabhu, would you like to say something or shall I continue?
You're doing so good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're explaining so nicely.
Thank you, Prabhu. So shall I continue, Prabhu?
Yeah, please.
So now we go to the next sutra. So what is the next sutra saying? It's all coming under the same Adhikarna, same topic, that the Lord is the internal ruler. So we'll see the next sutra. Okay. Na cha smartam atad dharma bhilapat. So na means not, cha and smartam. What is that taught in the smritis? Atat, not of it. So not, what is not? The dharma, the qualities, abhilapa, because of the description. That is, the meaning is the ruler within is not the pradhana, which is described in the smriti, because the qualities mentioned in this passage cannot be attributed to pradhana. So here is the Shrutis are saying that we are not talking about that cloud, that one which is in the corner of the material of the spiritual world. We are not talking about that. It's not pradhana. So this sutra is clarifying the inner ruler is not pradhana, the primordial unmanifested material nature. It is not that. Okay, na cha. So that is not. It is not that. And as described in the Smriti text, and the key distinction lies in their inherent qualities. So how do you know it is not that? Because it is telling the distinction between what is described and what is actually pradhana. So let's see what it is. Scriptural support. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, Shvetashvatara Upanishad, Bhagavad Gita, as it is, everything is showing. What is it showing? It is showing. Let us see. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad is saying here the Supreme Lord is depicted as the ultimate observer and the knower. So pradhana, as we know, is material, matter. It is matter, right? Even though it is the energy of the Lord, it is exhibiting outside as a matter. We know Maya Devi is a personality, but when she comes as pradhana and when she is activating this universe, what is happening? She is having all these things which what you call the earth, water, fire, all these are what? These are all matter, right? Matter. So they are not the ultimate observer or ultimate knowers. So these qualities are lacking in the pradhana. This shows that the Supreme Lord is conscious and the Supreme Lord is aware, which is essential for ruling within. So how do we know that? Then that is given in the other Upanishad, where Shvetashvatara Upanishad is explaining how the text is portraying the Supreme Lord as the master of the material modes of nature. So that Upanishad is showing how the Lord is a master. And how further is establishing the Supreme Lord's transcendental qualities. That the Lord is having so many different qualities, not only this. So we don't say that Pradhana has got so many qualities. Pradhana has a beautiful form. We don't say all these things, right? We only know Pradhana as the three modes of material nature being activated. What does the Bhagavad Gita say? Bhagavad Gita says that the super soul is a source of all the senses while remaining transcendental. The Lord, the Supreme Lord, is the source of all the senses. He is the source of our senses while remaining transcendental, reinforcing the Supreme Personality Godhead's superiority over Pradhana, which is insentient. So, as we know, matter is insentient, matter doesn't have senses, but the Lord has transcendental senses, and he guides and he rules over our senses which are not transcendental, but he remains transcendental. Although he is within this body, he is also staying with the jiva soul, but his senses are transcendental. He remains transcendental. He goloka eva nivasati akhilatma bhuto. Akhilatma means all the entire universe and whatever creation is there, all this matter and even the everything, atoms, everything is akhilatma, atma, everything has got akhilatma, and in that the Lord enters as the Paramatma. Okay, akhilatma bhuto. Akhila means all, atma means he enters as an atma, as Paramatma, and the bhuta means all this all the jiva souls, and as well as jiva bodies, whoever be given bodies in this material world, he enters into that, and even enters into the atoms, in every atom of this material universe. So this is called as his power as Goloka Eva Nivasati. He as Krishna lives in the Golok Vrindavan. Goloka Eva Nivasati. This is from the Brahma Samhita. He lives in the Goloka Vrindavan, Goloka Eva Nivasati, but he is also Akhilatma Bhuto, as Antaryami, as the Kshirodakshai Vishnu's expansion Antaryami. He is in every living entity's body as well as in the atoms. So this is given in the Bhagavad Gita also, and is also confirmed by Brahmaji in the Brahma Samhita. So what is the significance here? We see that the sutra underscores that only conscious awareness can guide jivatmas towards moksha, liberation. Okay, only when we are aware of what we are and whether the Lord is also guiding us here. So who can guide us? Only if that person is having senses, who's conscious, who is not matter, only that person can guide jivatma to our liberation. Can a dead matter guide somebody? No. Dead matters cannot guide us, but a person who is conscious, who is aware, only that person can guide us towards moksha, and this highlights the Supreme Lord's unique liberating qualities. So we know the Lord has such unique liberating qualities. He can liberate anyone he wants to liberate. He can anyone, even though he acts as if he is bound, like in the Damodar Lila, he was bound, but he liberated Manigriva and Nalakuvara. So it doesn't need for him to be even present in that particular place, but he, for his devotees' sake, he comes there, he shows his Leela and he liberates. Like Gajendra, he could have just from there, he could have immediately thrown his chakra. Chakra had no power to kill the crocodile. Definitely Chakra had the power to kill the crocodile, but the Lord himself came running. It's mentioned by Suradas that even his Uttariya was falling down and he is not bothered, and he's running barefoot. He came running, then he didn't even wait for Garuda. He jumped off Garuda because he thought Garuda was too slow. Can you imagine the Lord's emotional devotion which he's showing towards his jivas, towards us, how much love he shows, and by that love we should at least reciprocate and have some kind of devotion for the Lord also, right? That is really, really, why are all these leelas being described to us? The Lord can do anything from anywhere, but He personally intervenes, He personally comes, and He personally does all these things, liberating qualities. He was not only liberating Gajendra, He was also liberating the crocodile. The crocodile also was a Shapit. She was also cursed Jiva. So he liberated the crocodile. He liberated. He see it in one of the pictures I saw. The Lord is carrying Gajendra as in the entire elephant on his shoulder, and is going back to the spiritual world. So he is like so loving, such a loving personality. Who doesn't want to show devotion or get attracted to him? So can Pradhana provide all this? Pradhana cannot provide. Therefore, it's confirming the role that it's the Lord only who is the one within our hearts. Then we go to the next sutra. The next sutra, Shariras chobhayepi hi bhedenainam adhiyate. Sharira. What is Sharira? The Jivatma. The Jivatma has got a Sharira. He is called a yogi now. Yo Shariraha means the person who has got a Sharira or the Kshetra. Cha also Ubhaye in both recensions. Api also he indeed Bhedena by the difference. Enam this Adhiyate is read. So the ruler within is not a Jivatma. That is the meaning of this sutra. First we saw the previous sutra that the ruler is not the what? Everybody is awake? Previous sutra what we saw? The ruler not the
Supreme.
Pradhana.
Pradhan.
Okay, thank you. So ruler is not the Pradhana, we saw that. Now in this sutra we'll say ruler is not a Jivatma. Okay, because these were the only two samshayas, right? Two samshaya which came. Either the ruler is Jivatma or ruler is Pradhana. So Pradhana we saw it's not in the previous one because he's not sentient. Pradhana is not sentient. And here we see why the ruler is not the Jivatma, because in the Upanishad which is now telling you, there are the three Upanishads here, the Kanava Upanishad, the Subala Upanishad and the Brahmanas. They are telling that the Jivatma which is described is different from what is described as the ruler. So who is that ruler? We are going to see. This sutra asserts that the inner ruler is not the Jivatma, since both recensions of the Upanishad clearly distinguish between the two. Let us see what is that. Kanva recension. What is the Kanva recension saying? It is saying that it affirms that the Supreme Lord governs within all beings. Okay, so we say Kshetra Kshetrajna, we say that we are given this body. Okay, every Jivatma is given the body. So Jivatma can rule. Let us say for the time being that the Jivatma is ruling this body. Okay, let us say for the time being. But can it rule others' bodies? No, it cannot. It only can rule its own body. It cannot rule others' bodies. What's going on in your body, what's going on in your mind, I cannot understand. I cannot know. You may say my stomach is paining, I have to believe you. Can I experience what you are experiencing, your pain? No, I cannot. So therefore, it cannot be governing and be within all the beings, right? So emphasizing his supreme position over Jivatma. So Supreme Lord is governing. He is Antaryami for all the Jivas. We are Antaryami, we say we are also inside the Antaryami. Yes, Antara, but which Antara? We are only Antara for ourselves. We are Antaryami for ourselves, but not for others. We are not present within others' hearts, where the Lord is present within everyone's hearts. So this is the one proof by Kanva. Then Subala Upanishad is saying that the Lord Narayana rules within Pradhana and the eternal Jivatma, reinforcing his rule as the inner governor. So the Lord, Subala Upanishad is saying that the Lord also is the ruler of the Pradhana. Pradhana also is being ruled because that is a insentient thing and it's been ruled by the Lord. He's been agitated by the Lord. He's been started off by the Lord and it's also ruled by the Lord. Then what to speak of Pradhana? Even the eternal Jivatma, he is also being ruled by the Lord. He is also being, we saw how he inside the body, even the Jivatma can do what? It can only desire, right? Jivatma can only desire. who is doing the karma. The three modes of material modes are doing the karma. Activity is like you've seen that picture of the puppeteer. That the Maya has got three modes, and with the three modes are like three puppeteers, and they are moving our hands and legs and everything. They are doing everything, and we are just what we are doing. We are just desiring. Yes, I want this. Then the puppeteers are moving, and then we get this, and we try to enjoy that. So everything is happening with the actions are being happening by the three modes of material nature. And who is sanctioning that action of the three modes? Who is the person behind the puppeteers? Who is the person? That is Narayana. That is Krishna. He is the Paramatma. He is the one who is Anumanta. He has to give the sanction. So he is the sanctioner. So once he sanctions, then the puppeteers will move, and then our hands will move, and then we will get what we want. Right? The karma is being done. So this way, all we can do is desire. So let us purify our desires. So once the desires are being purified, once you are trying to overcome this material miseries and material onslaughts, whatever is happening to us, we are doing that very, very consciously. We are taking our desires to a purer and purer and purer form. All when you desire, Anumanta is happening. Krishna is very happy to give us our sanction to our pure desires. So today I desire so many pure things. Tomorrow I desire more pure things. Day after I desire more pure things. So Krishna is happier and happier to sanction your purer thoughts. So because of that, the puppeteers also will help you to do the purer things. And then when this purity increases, then you will get closer and closer to Krishna. You will make Krishna happier and happier. So isn't that so easy? All we have to do is desire, right? Even the karma will be, I just want to chant, I want to chant. When you desire so strongly, Krishna will allow us to chant. And then the three modes will act, and we can pick up our bead bags and we can chant our rounds. Without the sanction of the Lord, even we can't even chant. We'll not be able to say the words properly, we'll not be able to hold the beads properly. So this way, we have to just desire. The more we desire very, very strongly that I want to chant, or I want to do your deity worship, or I want to serve you, my Lord, I want to do this, the Lord from within gives a sanction very happily. He gives a sanction very happily, and then the three modes will work. And according to our past, whatever we have in our past baggage, according to that is then of course that is also been that we cannot say no, I want to become the head pujari of Vrindavan temple. We cannot desire like that. I mean, maybe it's possible we can desire, but it may not happen immediately. It will take time according to our past karmas, our past desires, our past everything is also taken into consideration, and accordingly we are awarded that particular sanction. Okay, so then the Brahmanas, what they say, that Brahmanas mention that the Supreme Lord resides in the heart of each jiva, illustrating his control over individual souls while remaining distinct from them. So as I said, the Lord is within us, Lord is within each and every jiva, but also he is in the spiritual world. So he is away. This is also given in the Bhagavad Gita, right? In the Bhagavad Gita also there are so many mentions of okay, let us see. Sorry, this Brihadaranyaka Upanishad also is actually saying this. Adrishto drishta shrutah shrota amato manta avidnyato vidnyata nanyato asti drishta nanyato asti shrota nanyato asti manta nanyato asti vidnyata eshate atmantarayami amritah itonyat smartam. So this is Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. That means it is saying unseen, he is the seer, because we cannot see him, right? We cannot see the Lord immediately. I want to see you, cannot see. So he is unseen, but he is the seer unheard. He is the hearer, inconceivable. He is the thinker, unknown. He is the knower. There is no other seer. There is no other hearer. There is no other thinker. There is no other knower. So actually, it's all the Lord only. Everything is happening because of the Lord. When you think of this Upadrishta Anumanta, we see that because he's in every jiva and he's the one who's sanctioning. That means he's the one who's ruling, he's the one who's controlling, he's the one, there's no other person. He's the Supreme Atma, he's immortal, he's Antaryami. Everything else is depending on him. So don't we know that who is the ruler now? There's no doubt. There's no doubt at all who is the ruler. Right. So go to the next one. Yeah. So the 3 sutras, now we have 3 sutras, we saw 18, 19 and 20, and collectively they are telling the position of the Supreme Lord as a supreme inner ruler distinct from both Pradhana and Jivatma. So this ruler is distinct from both Pradhana and Jivatma. He is Pradhana because he is insentient, Jivatma because he is very limited. This central theme clarifies that the Supreme Lord, Supreme Personality of Godhead, unique transcendental qualities are there, and he is omnipresence. He is omnipresent, he is everywhere, which is not possible for Jivatma, right? So what is the common denominator now? Each sutra, what is it emphasizing? That the Supreme Lord's role is the ultimate, he is the governing force, and the Sutra 18 is telling that Supreme Lord's qualities. Is talking about the Supreme Lord's qualities, about the Amritatvam, that about he is the eternal and how he is everywhere. So Sutra number 19 clarifies his distinction from Pradhana. So how he is not Pradhana? Because he is sentient, he is having senses, transcendental senses, and therefore he is not insentient like Pradhana. And Sutra number 20, what does it say? It emphasizes its difference from the Jivatma. Jivatma is limited, Paramatma is omnipresent, he is everywhere, and he is. So this is how we confirm. But together they affirm that the Supreme Lord alone is conscious. Only the Lord is conscious enough to guide the soul towards liberation, and not the Pradhana. So that all the 3 sutras are saying that. So what is our main goal? Our main goal is liberation. Liberation means going back home, back to Godhead. We're talking about that liberation. And who is guiding us? Only the Supreme Lord can do that. Neither Pradhana nor the Jivatma, right? So what is the interconnectedness? The insights from these sutras, the sutras are telling us these insights. They are harmonizing to depict the Supreme Lord as both transcendent and immanent. So this one we have discussed umpteen times. So what is that? The Lord is also transcendental. It is even in the spiritual world. And a portion of him, that is the Paramatmatvam, has come down, and he is immanent. He is also available for all of us. And where? Not far away, right within our hearts. So present within all creation and while remaining beyond it. So he is present as Antaryami, as well as he is also in the spiritual world. So now what is the conclusion? The conclusion is recognizing these distinctions. So we have recognized all the distinctions till now. It is enriching our spiritual practice, right? But it is telling us what we should exactly do. What we should do, we learnt now today, because he is the Antaryami. He is the person watching over us, caring for us, loving us. So what do we have to do? We have to reciprocate. It is not that Krishna is saying that ye yatha mam prapadyante tam sataiva bhajamyam. How you are devoted to me, I will reciprocate. Arey Baba, he is already loving us. We are the ones who are not reciprocating. Can we see that? Can we see that? We are thinking that, oh, I have done this, Krishna should reciprocate. Krishna has done so much. Are we reciprocating? So it fosters reverence for the Supreme Lord, and it invites us practitioners to cultivate humility and trust in their spiritual journey. Awareness of the Supreme Lord as the inner ruler encourages alignment with divine guidance and deep connection to the transcendent. So what do we learn? We learn from this that the ruler is within us. He is the inner ruler, and he is the one who is guiding us to come out of this cycle of birth and death at each and every step. We are taking a wrong step, So when what happens when a child takes a wrong step, immediately the father or the mother immediately holds the child and says, "Get up," and gives us a support so that we don't fall down. It has happened to us. Yes, many times it has happened to us. And similarly, the Lord also does that. We are falling from our devotional service at any point of time. Immediately, the Lord, as Antaryami, come on, don't do this, don't do this. You are going in the wrong path. You have come all this way. Okay, don't fall down. So He is helping us. But we are so careless. We are not bothered. Okay, you stay quiet. Let me do what I want to do. So that is our mood. So we should not be that. We should take the guidance from the Supreme Lord, and we should always become very humble, meek, show our humility, and also we must be very thankful to Him. And from within our heart, we should feel that we are not reciprocating enough with the Lord. The Lord is already loving us so much. Look at the intricate way the Lord has made this universe. Look at the lovely way the Lord is giving us so many comforts. And what are we doing for the Lord? What are we? We cannot even reciprocate with the Lord. Even in a minute way, chant a few rounds. How much only time is few rounds taking us? 2 hours at the most. Can't we spare that much for the Lord who has given us everything from the air, the water, everything the Lord has given us, and He's also guiding us, and He's also protecting us, and He's also caring, and He's also loving. So don't we have that little bit of sense to give the Lord also back what He is giving us? Small little thing. We cannot give what the Lord is giving us. We cannot even compare with the Lord with what He is giving us. Only the Lord can do that. So let us from today take a vow that from today, yes, I will reciprocate with the Lord as much as I can. So this gives us a deeper connection to the transcendent, that is the Supreme Lord. So we can connect deeper. So every activity which we do, every action which we do from now on, we must think that I want to reciprocate. I want to reciprocate with the Lord, and I want to show that you are loving me, my Lord, you are helping me, you are guiding me, so let me also do something from my side to also reciprocate. I know I can't do much. I am very poor. I am very incapable. But let me try. Let me, just like a small child, he tries to reciprocate. Similarly, we also try to reciprocate with the Lord. So I end my presentation here. Thank you all very much. Hare Krishna.
Question class Mataji.
So wonderful, Mataji. Haribol.
So wonderful class, Mataji. Wonderful takeaway.
So the unique thing in this particular presentation, Mataji, so this particular knowledge is the highest knowledge, okay, which we are discussing, the sutras and all that. So many don't even go here, don't even touch the sutras. But like the so unique thing here, this particular group is like we are discussing such a very high philosophy. At the same time, we are correlating with our sadhana and linking how do we reciprocate, which is pretty fundamental, which Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita also talks about. And especially you correlated with so many examples. So it has gone inside our heart, Mataji. So now we have to see how we will reciprocate to these questions and also to this group and also to Bhagavan Krishna. Reciprocation is the keyword for me, Mataji, in this particular takeaway, this particular question. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you very much.
So wonderful.
माताजी हरे कृष्णा। तो माताजी अगर जो विकर्म करते हैं, जो भगवान मतलब जो शास्त्र में दिया गया है वो कार्य नहीं करते और दूसरा ही कार्य करते जो गलत है, तो भगवान उसको अनुमति दे देते। फिर भगवान कहते कि फिर तू अपना कर्म कर रहा है तो फिर तुझे भोगना पड़ेगा। भगवान फिर उसमें क्या कुछ नहीं कर सकते ना। वो हमें समझना चाहिए, जब भी कुछ ऐसा मन में आए गलत ख्याल, तो हमें वो समझना चाहिए कि वो जो हमारी फ्री विल हम गलत तरीके से यूज कर रहे हैं, तो फिर उसका भोग हमें भोगना पड़ेगा, उसका कर्म फल हमें ही भोगना पड़ेगा। तो भगवान अगर अनुमति देते होंगे तो फिर वो बहुत ही दुखी से देते होंगे कि ये क्या कर रहा है देखो। उसको मैं समझा रहा हूँ मगर वो समझ नहीं रहा है। तो वैसा सोचते होंगे भगवान भी, अगर कोई इतने गलत काम ही हो रहे हैं। अभी देखिए ये अभी जो इन प्रेजेंट हम
So we
कनेक्ट
sometimes
करते हैं
think, right, the
अगर,
Lord is
रक्षा माता
internal
जी,
ruler.
रक्षा माता जी, इसी
yes,
सब्जेक्ट पे मैं बोलने वाला था, पर बाद में आई थिंक दिस लेक्चर देन वाज गिवन टू प्रसाद प्रभु, because Sharad Prabhuji is allowing me to become a little bit more freer, you know. But that particular lecture is coming up in 12th canto very soon. The free will, the divine will, and our karmas, destination, all these things are interrelated. That talk is very, very important. Actually, that PowerPoint, I wrote it from the research point of view also, you know. I think Prasad Prabhu, you are giving the talk, right? About?
Yeah. The next topic is that is Puranas, Prabhu, the classification of Puranas.
So that Raksha Mataji, what she's talking about, is that's what it is.
Yeah.
See, the Lord is a super soul. He's telling us the sixth sense, what we call, is the Lord, you know, super soul, Antaryami. He's telling us that if you do this thing, there is a ditch ahead of us, ahead of you, you might fall down. You know, he's giving you pre-warning, you know, but we don't listen, you know, because of our strong interest, you know, and we cannot see further down the path, but he can see it, and he's allowing us to see it, to letting us to know, but we don't, because and then he interfere. Despite that, he has given Shastra everything, you know, that what karmas we do, you know, the what is we karmas are there, what are the consequences are there, everything is there, but he does not interfere with the free will that we have been given, you know. In the free will, that also is a limited free will is there, you know. So that topic, that is such a fantastic topic. It has so many wide applications. That talk is coming up very soon in 12th canto, you know, towards the end of it.
यस प्रभु जी, वी आर ईगरली वेटिंग। मगर ये आज का ये सुन के ऐसा रियली होता है कि भगवान कितने दुखी होते होंगे जब ये सब गलत कार्य होते होंगे, जब और वही हो रहा है सब, कितने दुखी
तो
होते
कभी नहीं होते
होंगे।
भगवान।
नहीं मतलब उनको
भगवत गीता में
हमारे
तो
लिए
वो
लगता है
ये
कि
दुखी तो नहीं होते, मगर वो डिसअपॉइंट होते ही होंगे ना।
हाँ होते
और
होंगे।
and he waits for us patiently year after year, life after life, with so many different cycles, indefinite cycles of creation, dissolution, and so many unlimited opportunities he gives us to purify us, right? And finally, at some lifetime, and he sends advanced devotees in our lives, you know. And finally, we come to know Athato Brahma Jigyasa, when we are super saturated, when we are tired of suffering in this material world, then we begin to share, you know, see things as they are. And that's the beginning of life, beginning of the Athato Brahma Jigyasa, Shastra Yonitvat, the beginning sutras are extremely important. That's where the new beginning begins, you know. Athato Brahma Jigyasa, when that curiosity to know about it. That why am I suffering? Why am I here? You know, that dawns on us. And that's the beginning of changing our lives.
वेरी ट्रू प्रभु जी, वेरी ट्रू प्रभु जी।
Yeah.
Amazing class,
We are
Mataji.
so fortunate now that all of us, we are very, very fortunate souls. We may not have $1 million. We may not have expensive houses. We may not have expensive cars. But we have got the wonderful, wonderful gems we have got, you know, in bhakti
Yes,
process.
Prabhuji.
The value, the tremendous transforming ability of that
That
bhakti.
viveka,
What it
Prabhuji,
does,
discrimination power.
incredible transforming power is it has. Who we are and we are now, who we are now. It's incredible, you know. And he's willing to send all the help to us. Look at that, it's 558 sutras that I just finished. Can you believe that the human power? I had no power of my own. He is basically dictating me. All these PowerPoints that you are admiring him, but everything is given to me. He gives me that inside knowledge.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Prabhu, I just want to mention one point, Prabhu. Hare Krishna,
Yeah.
Char Prabhu.
Yeah, Prabhu.
These PowerPoints, the revised versions are so good, Prabhu. I really don't know
No, I
what thought made too much
I
simpler.
streamlined it, you know.
Yeah, they were very, very simple, Prabhu. They're very easy to understand, actually.
Yeah,
really.
I made it. I
Yeah.
made a lot of efforts
Previously,
in
they
that.
were so heavy, but these versions are extremely good, Prabhu. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Because I made it particularly so that in a given time of the class, that you can all understand the basic, the fundamental things. In the beginning, the PowerPoint that I made was from a larger perspective, you know. मगर जो लेक्चर देते हैं उन्हें तो स्टडी करना पड़ता है ना. And see, when I write my PowerPoints, I have to read all these things, so many things. So 558 sutras, the record time that we have done that, you know, is just incredible. The Lord is so merciful to all of us.
Yes,
Prabhuji.
He is making us available all this knowledge. And this knowledge, look at it anywhere in the world. Where is this such kind of courses are being given?
Prabhuji, the publishing of these PowerPoints are to be the first priority.
A time will come that we will publish all this. I have collected 50,000 PowerPoints now. All these 50 different courses in the last 25 years. If Lord is, willing, it's all up to His desire, and things will come out.
These are real treasures, Prabhuji. We need them.
That's the next generation.
Yes.
देखो प्रभुपाद ने इतनी सारी बुक्स लिखी है, भागवतम, ये सब आज कितनी यूजफुल है हमें. देखो हम कहाँ पढ़ने जाते थे और समझ भी नहीं पाते थे. ओरिजिनल बुक्स हम पढ़ने जाएंगे तो कुछ समझ में नहीं आएगा. ये जो सूत्रस हैं, आप ओरिजिनल पढ़ने जाएंगे तो कुछ समझ में नहीं आएगा. बहुत डिफिकल्ट है. So He is making us, and His mercy is flowing through all the devotees. ये देखो ये अर्चना माता जी, what I call, she's a natural speaker, you know. उनके लिए कुछ ऐसा लगता है कि effortless she is speaking, right? But the
Yes, Prabhu.
Antaryami in her heart is guiding her.
Yes.
And how
is
merciful she is.
Yes.
She is talking,
speaks so
explaining
effortlessly.
the PowerPoints in a way that day-to-day language, day-to-day our life, she is explaining us.
It's so natural for her, Prabhu. It's so natural.
Very natural. She's a very natural.
Very true, Prabhuji. Very true.
It doesn't need to put any effort. It's very natural.
ऐसा लगता है कि effortless she's doing, but I'm sure she must be studying a lot, you know, and under her own realizations. Look, other day Raksha Mata ji gave a talk. कितनी deep realization उनपे है. देखो, language handicap उसको कुछ बीच में आया ही नहीं कुछ. It didn't seem to affect her.
Thank you very much, Prabhu, all your mercy and blessings of the Vaishnavas. I
Okay,
know
whoever gave Prabhu,
qualifications.
at least I could not imagine that I can talk about Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam, Prabhu. Because they were such a high philosophy. And how can we speak, Prabhu? Such a high subjects, actually. Is just the bhakti of Parampara.
All our acharyas are there. They help us to understand this thing. They wrote commentaries. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed his very, very personal associates to write all these things. You know? He empowered them.
Yes.
Jiva Goswami. Yeah, all these people. Okay. Sorry, Mataji, I have taken your time, you know, in between. Any questions? Are you done now, Mataji? So it's open for discussion, right?
Yes, yes.
So please, I always encourage all of you, So please ask questions, only question answer we learn. And the questions will automatically come in your mind. You start just a glance through the PowerPoint before the class, and after the class is over, go through that. It'll sit in your heart, in your mind. It'll sit there.
Yeah, Prabhuji. May I ask a question, Mataji? Hare Krishna.
Yes, yes, please.
So amazing class as usual. So you said how we are puppeteers, the three modes of material in the hands of modes of material nature, and we also we can see Lord's mercy, and we have to reciprocate to His love. My question is, what do I do when my mind is become absolute rebel? At that moment, what should I do? Later, it will fall in place. But when it is in that mode of absolute rebellion, what should I do?
This is already explained by devotees, also I've heard this many times. First thing we have to do is we just have to tolerate, because this is the onslaught of Maya. This rebellion which is happening within our hearts is actually not intrinsic to the jiva. Jivera swarupa hai, Krishnera nityadas. Are you agreeing with this?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes. So if we are Krishnera nityadas, what should we do? We should serve the Lord. That's the only thing, right? So if rebellion, the heart is becoming rebellious, we are feeling rebellion within the heart. So is it intrinsic to us? Is it natural to us? It is our swabhava?
No.
Is it? No, it is not. So that is imposed upon us, right? It is imposed upon us by Maya. Maya has given this mind which is called as avishuddha kartu. What is the role of the mind? In the Srimad Bhagavatam, the role of the mind is described as avishuddha kartu. Avishuddha kartu. What is the meaning of this? The role of the mind is to disturb you, to make you do impure things. It will just put impure thoughts in you, make you think of desiring wrong things. That is the real role of the mind. The role of the mind is that we have to train the mind. We have to train the mind and try to. So first thing we have to do when the mind is rebellious, when we feel rebellion in the heart, is to tolerate. First tolerate. Second thing is to surrender to the Lord. First you tolerate, this thing is happening, I know, immediately this avishuddha kartu, just memorize this and really help you. It really helps me. I'm sure it really help you also. Yeah. If you just think of this word avishuddha kartu, immediately when your mind is rebelling, just think of this word and say, mind, I know what you are doing. You can stand outside and you can immediately see the mind is doing nonsense. You can see that. If this word avishuddha kartu from the Srimad Bhagavatam, you understand that this mind is the one. He is the culprit. So you please, this mind is matter. This mind is not sentient. This mind is matter. We are the ones, with the help of the ruler within us, internal ruler, we have to change the cause of our thoughts, of the mind. We have to train the mind. And that comes later. But first thing we have to tolerate. And we have to tolerate, and you have to become very aware, very conscious that mind is doing this, avishuddha kartu, this mind is making me do this. My Lord, please help me. And surrender. So when these two things are done simultaneously, automatically everything will fall in place.
Hare Krishna. Shall I add one point, Mataji, if you don't mind?
Please add.
So, on this rebellious thing, one of the senior devotee explained that, when it is too rebellious, okay, we cannot chant or something like that. So because it is too irritating. So that time, it is being said, do participate in some service, okay, sometime, at least 15 minutes, half an hour, 1 hour, some kind of service. So automatically it will come down. Is the one kind of hint or direction I got, Mataji. Yeah, some seva.
Yes, definitely. Seva is so pure.
Yeah,
And
meaning of that.
seva,
Please go to Lord.
seva immediately gives ananda, which is
Ananda.
sevananda.
Yeah.
Sevananda
So
is the topmost
cleaning
ananda.
out utensils and that kind of thing.
I need lots
Anything.
of help. I need lots of help if you want seva. Sarat Prabhuji
Pra-
and I both will
Prabhu
give
is
you
ready to give seva.
lot of activities that you can devote,
Please,
and all in the
please,
service of the Lord,
please reach out to Charu Prabhu. Charu Prabhu has lot of seva for us. If you
and,
want, if
and
you
Sarat
mind.
Prabhuji, also, and Archana Mataji. Now these two are my.
We are ready, Prabhuji. We are
We
ready.
are ready.
There's
We are
so
Yes.
many. We need help. We need help.
I am nothing. Sharad Prabhuji is doing everything.
We'll reach out to you and Sharat Prabhuji Mataji.
No, not to me. To Sharad Prabhuji only. I am not doing anything. I'm just following the orders.
शरद प्रभु जी कुछ बोलिए आपका.
Okay. like Charu
वो
Prabhuji
वही उसकी स्टोरी सुनाई. सहदेव जी he knew Trikala Gyani, remember, but he had the only if somebody asks then he will speak. So Sharad Prabhuji is like that. we have to ask him. Sharad Prabhuji, you are very very peaceful and very very kind of कितना धैर्य है आप में. सबकी बात सुनते हैं फिर बोलते हैं हम. बोलिए शरद प्रभु जी कुछ बोलिए.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Like all of us should remember what Charu Prabhuji has been telling again and again. These various statements in the Govinda Bhasya, they are context driven. If you go to the direct meaning, you will understand something else. I'll just give an example. Like in explaining these verses, that is the Sutras 18 to 20, basically starting from 18, we there was reference to the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Now you know out of all the Upanishads, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad is the biggest one and the longest. Okay, there the verse which was quoted, it is talking about Antaryami, but if you go through the literal meaning, it means like this. It's the verse says, he who dwells in the earth, who is within this earth, whom the earth does not know, whose body is the earth, and who controls from within, from the earth. And this is the self, the inner controller, the immortal self. Now, as we read these philosophical conclusions, the identity of Antaryami will not be clear. We'll always keep on thinking, who is this mysterious ruler who is residing in the heart? And that's what the doubt came. Would it be Pradhana? Pradhana, the material nature in the unmanifest stage, or it would be the Jiva who is inside the body, or it would be Brahman, the supreme person. One would argue that the ruler is Pradhana, because Pradhana is the reservoir of the subtle material energy. Now, it has this statement has a lot of logical support also, because Pradhana is the immediate cause of all material manifestations, and because it is the cause, it is woven into the effects. Now, please understand this. A thing being the cause of the material elements, Pradhana is present in them. And thus, it would not be unreasonable to say that it is the controller within them. Now, Pradhana is thus in the earth and controls the earth. And thus, we could say that the earth is its body. Now, Pradhana is also present everywhere in the creation. Therefore, it can be called the Atma, and in the sense, it can we can say it is a self only, and Pradhana is also eternal, and therefore one can say this is also Amrita. It does not, it remains forever. Now, the argument for Antaryami to be the Jiva, that argument is also very, very compelling. How? Now, since the Jiva is immortal and resides inside the heart, then the Antaryami dwelling in the earth and having the earth as its body could then be interpreted as the Jiva possessing a body made of material elements. Then one could argue that Antaryami is a specific Jiva who is a great yogi and has attained the mystical perfections. That's why it is the Jiva only. And thereafter, what would happen? It will be the great ruler, and we can say it can be called Atma, also the great self. And the soul is also immortal, and therefore the meaning of the words could be directly applied to him without without other interpretations. Now, all these arguments have been refuted by Vyasadeva himself, and he says that the ruler within the supreme ruler within is the supreme personality of Godhead of the Supreme Lord. But why he is saying that? Now, the Lord is everywhere in the creation, but at the same time, he has a personal form. He resides everywhere, but at the same time, he is present in his eternal abode also. And these apparent contradictions are reconciled when we understand that the Supreme Lord has a spiritual form that is different in nature from the material forms, and we have in this world. Now, material forms are limited by time and space, while the spiritual forms they exist in the absolute plane, and time and space cannot limit them under any circumstances. Now, the word absolute in itself implies that there are no limitations at all. So therefore, when we have to understand all these statements, especially given in the Upanishads, because the Upanishadic language is very, very difficult to understand, we have to go through the commentaries of our acharyas, and especially Baladev Vidyabhusana, because I find I have also gone through the others also, but they are not intelligible all the way. But what Baladev Vidyabhusana gives in Govinda Bhasya, one can easily understand them very, very clearly. And the examples he gives, they are heart appealing, and we will be able to understand them. Therefore, please understand them in the natural way, in the way Vyasadeva has put, not in any other way the other commentators, especially the Advaitavadis, they interpret them. So that is why that's how we have to understand. Now we have come to this lesson 15, and we will go through 106, and almost 100 lessons. We will be able to understand everything very, very clearly, and I am very sure we will have no doubts left after that, because we have gone through Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the the summary of the Vedanta Sutra or the Upanishads, or we can say everything the Vedic literature has got. The essence is the Srimad Bhagavatam. Now, after studying Srimad Bhagavatam in so very great detail and Govinda Bhasya, I hope we will not have any doubts thereafter. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, Samata Mataji, are you in touch with Nitisaki Mataji? Anybody? Please let her know that she's back in our team, you know.
Yes, Prabhuji, I'll call her. I
Let
saw
her
that
know
you
that
added
so
her.
we can begin to see her, you know.
Yes, sure, Prabhuji, sure. I'll call her today only.
Yeah. Thank you. So she's part of our team now.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, any other question, comments?
Hare Krishna
नहीं,
Prabhu.
एक और कुछ मुझे कहना है. It's just 1 minute, Rajiv Prabhuji, 1 minute. You know, that one particular devotee who has been here with us right from beginning, very patient, he is always there. I notice him, you know, although he hardly participates in discussion, doesn't speak much, but he's always present there every time. And you know who is that personality? Badal Prabhu.
Badal Prabhuji.
It's just incredible, really. A lot of people come and went away. They hardly attend. But he has been there with us every day, every time. Badal Prabhu, really, my head is off to you. You know, really, you're.
Actually, one thing I want to tell about him, in last 3-4 days, he has gone through such great tribulations. His co-brother died, his father-in-law died just 2 days back, and
I'm
still
so sorry.
he attended the classes.
He has been a very regular, you know. Badal Prabhuji, my condolences to you.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you for your consolation.
Thank you. Okay, are there any more questions, comments?
Hare Krishna
Raksha
Prabhu.
Mataji, I have to apologize to you. Yesterday I could not attend. I was so exhausted, I fell asleep, you know, didn't realize.
Doesn't matter, Prabhuji, कोई बात नहीं.
I have been so many exhausted, you know. I get tired very soon now. Hare Krishna. Achha, so shall we conclude the class then?
Rajiv Prabhuji wants to say.
Something. Rajiv Prabhuji.
Oh, I'm sorry, Rajiv Prabhuji. My apology.
No, that's okay, Prabhu. Thank you so much, Prabhu. First of all, my condolence to Badal Prabhu's family, Prabhu. So we pray to departed soul that they will reach Golokadama. So they always engage in the Lord service. With this one, and Archana Mataji, wonderful class, Mataji. As everyone said, just I'm echoing them.
Thank you.
Echoing them.
Jai Shri
So,
Prabhupada.
and just a question, Mataji. You know, in the Ishopanishad, yes, I know that one attitude of gratitude is very, very important for in our devotee life. So, but in the 17th mantra of the Ishopanishad, it is stating that, "Oh my dear Lord, please remember my sacrifice. Ultimately, you are the beneficiary, and please remember all that I have done to you." That is coming. How we can correlate both these and their possible state? If you could able to help me. Thank you.
Prabhu, I have not heard any class on this or this particular. I've heard this verse before, and I have also explained it in the. But personally, from devotees, I have not heard. But whatever is given in the Ishopanishad book, Sri Ishopanishad, here we are seeing that the devotee is asking the Lord, please remember. Normally, it's like we should be the one remember our things, and here we are telling the Lord, see Lord, I did this for you, I chanted this mantra for you, I did this service for you, please remember. See, this is actually, if you go to see from my heart, I am saying that this is like a child who's trying to tell the father that please don't forget me. So normally we are actually not capable, we are not qualified, but still we have done something, like a child is doing something for the father. Maybe he is drawing a small picture of you know how children draw cartoons and all. And this is father, this is mother, this is child, and shows it to the father, and then the father is like, of course it's not like a picture at all, it's just like some lines on the paper, but then the father say, oh yes, this is you, this is me, this is, so it is like the father is giving into the, because of the love the child has for the father. So therefore the whole thing is not that I have done something for you, it's the love which the devotee wants to share with the Lord, saying that, see, lovingly I have done this for you, this is my love I am showing you, so please my Lord, don't forget that I love you and you love me back.
And Ante Narayan Smriti, that Ishwar's Prashna, one of the lasting mantra is there. He's telling to the God, to the Krishna, telling the Ishwara that please make me remember you. I may not remember you, but you make me remember you. Ante Narayan Smriti, that one, that is also in Ishwar mantra, is there.
And in one of the Puranas, or somewhere I am forgetting that verse, where the Lord has himself said that if you are not able to remember, I'll remember you at the end. But
That is in the Adhikarna, Prabhu.
and for that we have to reach to that level. Let the Supreme Lord think that we are serving him from the core of our heart, and we know him and him only and nobody else, and have full faith on him, that those 6 rules of Saranagati, then automatically he will also remember us. That's why, and there is a personal relationship between us and the Supreme Lord. That's why we can also tell him anything and everything, and he won't mind.
And he knows still when we are telling him, but he knows already. He's Santaryami. Knows.
Yes.
So when you coming from your own son, Daddy, do this thing for me. Daddy also knows. but the son is telling that really affects the daddy, right?
And when a thought comes in our mind, that time he knows. We don't have to tell him even.
But still we have to do prayers. Then why do we have to do prayers? Right? The question comes. God knows everything what is going on in our mind. Then why we have to sing so many prayers and so many verses and shlokas? Why we have to beg the Lord? Why? Because he knows what is his antaryami. He knows everything is going on in my mind.
Still, it's just like a child. The child himself is telling that the dad feels so
that
good
shows
about
his
it.
reciprocation and love.
But
So the Lord knows.
There is a reason also why the Lord will not accept us till the time we are freed from all sins. Now, how do we get rid of all these sins? By taking his name, by praying him, by serving him. That's why he is engaging us in all those activities. Then, when everything becomes perfect, we are totally sinless, then he will take us to his own kingdom.
Oh, by the way, last week I was working in the final few mantras. That's where it comes the transcendental knowledge. That transcendental knowledge purifies us all from our karmas also, Just like that, the Bhagavad Tattva Vijnanam, that's the transcendental knowledge. Remember that's the last verse, it said that Vidyate Ardeguntis Chidyate Sarva Samsaya Shyanti Chasya Karmani Drashtrevatmani Ishware. That's exactly that verse, whatever it says, is given in the final mantras. Then we get this transcendental knowledge, Bhagavad Tattva Vijnanam, automatically all our karmas are taken care of that.
So underlining principle is that we have to show our love to the Lord, like the child shows to the father, and then the father is like when Prahlad Maharaj, you saw Narsimadev pastime, when Narsimadev was so angry and everyone was unable to pacify him. What happened? Prahlad Maharaj went to the garland and said, I am not, he was, when he prostrated itself, the Lord started feeling, emotions started coming to the Lord, and he started immediately picked up Prahlad, put him on his lap and blessed him, also caressed him, and also he was started licking him.
माता जी जब तक माता जी एक ये है, जब तक बच्चा रोता नहीं है माँ उसको गोदी में नहीं उठाती, और ऐसे ही जब तक हम किसी चीज के लिए भगवान के सामने गिड़गिड़ाते नहीं है, हम्बल होके कुछ प्रेयर नहीं करते, तब तक भगवान भी वो हमें आगे बढ़ाने के लिए वो हमारी परीक्षा ले रहे होते हैं, या हम आगे और बढ़े, इस वजह से नहीं सुन रहे होते हैं जल्दी। तो हम उसके लिए प्रेयर करते हैं कि
और
हम्बल
भगवान
हो
जी भगवान जी दयालु है, उससे भी ज्यादा दयालु राधा रानी है.
यस
If he recommends a particular devotee to him, oh, listen, this devotee, Krishna takes care of him. He's really suffering. He really he needs help.
Raji Prabhu, are you satisfied with the answer?
Yes, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. Just I
Thank
thought.
you, Prabhu.
Thank you
Hare
so much,
Krishna.
Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Hare
Thank you, Rajiv Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Okay, Prabhuji, let's conclude the class then. Raksha Mataji, you there?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So do the Nrsimha prayer. I'd like to
Yes,
hear from
Prabhuji.
you.
Sure, sure. Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. श्री श्री गोविंद भाष्य की जय हो, श्री बलदेव विद्याभूषण की जय हो, श्री गोविंद देव जी की जय हो. नमस्ते नरसिंहाय, नमस्ते नरसिंहाय, प्रहलाद लाददायिने, प्रहलाद लाददायिने, हिरण्यकशिपूर्वक्षः, हिरण्यकशिपूर्वक्षः, शीलटङ्कानखालाय, शीलटङ्कानखालाय, इतो नरसिंह परतो नरसिंह, इतो नरसिंह परतो नरसिंह, यतो यतो यामि ततो नरसिंह, यतो यामि ततो नरसिंह, बहिर्नरसिंह हृदये नरसिंह, बहिर्नरसिंह हृदये नरसिंह, नरसिंहमदिं शरणं प्रपद्ये, तव करकमलवरे नाखाम् अद्भुतशृङ्गम्, दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृङ्गम्, केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा, जय जगदीश हरे, जय जगदीश हरे, जय जगदीश हरे. जय हो नरसिंहदेव, 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 जय हो नरसिंहदेव, जय हो प्रहलाद महाराज, प्रहलाद महाराज, प्रहलाद महाराज, जय हो प्रहलाद महाराज, जय जय प्रभुपाद, 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 जय जय गुरुदेव, 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 जय जय गुरुदेव, नित्य गौरा हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरि बोल, जय जय हरि बोल. श्री श्री लक्ष्मी नरसिंह भगवान की जय हो, भक्त शिरोमणि प्रहलाद महाराज की जय हो. हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. सर्व डिवोटी की जय हो, आज के आनंद की जय हो. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितनं पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. श्री प्रभुपाद की जय. धन्यवाद, प्रणाम प्रभु जी, धन्यवाद प्रणाम टू ऑल
Raksha
डिवोटी.
Mataji. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much.
हरे कृष्ण, हरे
Hare
कृष्ण.
Krishna.
Hare
So I
Krishna.
wish you all a wonderful, wonderful week ahead, and we meet next week again. Thank you. Thank you, Sharad Prabhuji. Thank you.
थैंक यू शरद प्रभु जी, अर्चना माता जी, ऑल
Thank you,
डिवोटीज,
Shar Prabhuji.
धन्यवाद
Thank you, Sharat
प्रणाम.
Prabhuji. Thank you, Archana Mataji. Hare Krishna.
रक्षा माता जी, थैंक यू.
Thank you, Sanjay Prabhu.